Hi guys, today I'm going to show you guys a lot of fall and Halloween patterns that I really love. So all of the patterns in this video are ones that I have personally used, and I'm going to put up a picture of the pattern and then a picture of the one that I made with it. I'm going to do a separate video later about patterns that I want to try out for fall and Halloween, but for this video these are all ones that I have used and I do love and I do recommend. So the first two that I put on my list are actually my patterns that I wrote. So they're my teeny tiny candy corn pattern, and this one, I actually have one right here. It's just a little tiny candy corn and they are super quick to make and really easy. They're great for market prepping because you can make so many super quickly. And that is my pattern that I wrote, and that is a free pattern. And then my next one is my other free pattern, which is my mini ghost. So you've probably seen this if you watch my videos because I just posted a YouTube tutorial for how to make this. So if you want to check that out, you can watch the YouTube video for how to make it. But I do also have the written pattern on my Instagram for free. It's also on Ribblr for free. And then if you want to buy the PDF, I have a PDF for like a printable version that is on Etsy. The next pattern that I want to talk about is the candy corn guy. I'm not sure if that's the exact name, but I'm going to have it linked. But I call them little candy corn guys, and they are super cute. I've made these for the past 2 years, and this year is my third year to have them for Halloween, and they do sell pretty well for me. I know last year I sold out of them completely, so I'm planning on making quite a few this year. They're pretty quick to work up and they're just adorable. And this one is a paid pattern. I did buy it on Etsy. The next thing that I make for fall is actually not crochet, it's knit, but I use my knitting machine, so I make these pumpkins on my knitting machine, and I don't have any right now, but I'll put a picture up of them. So I pretty much have like the circular knitting machine, which I can link the ones that I've used below because I've had two different knitting machines, and they're really easy to work with. So you pretty much just knit a tube, and then I think I watched like some YouTube tutorials for how to make the pumpkin. There wasn't really a pattern. But I think I'll see if I can find a YouTube video to link for how to make those, but they work up pretty quickly. And then I just use like a little cinnamon stick as the stem, and then I also make pumpkin stacks with them. So I make a large, a medium, and a small one, and I stack them together, sew them together, and then just put a stem on the top one. And the stacks actually, I think they usually sell better for me than just the individual pumpkins. So I've also been making those for the past 2 years, and this will be my third fall season to have those. And then the next pattern I'm going to talk about is another one of my patterns, and it is the Scarlet the Spider pattern. So I saw a lot of cute patterns for spiders, but I do not like sewing, and all the ones that I had seen at the time, you had to sew on all of the legs. Like you had to make the body and the head and then make 8 legs and sew all the legs on individually. And so I wanted to make one where you didn't have to sew the legs on. So I made this one, and it is all worked in the round. And so there's no sewing at all, and it actually works up pretty quickly. It is a little bigger than some of my other patterns, but it's super cute and it works up quickly, and the best part is there's no sewing. So this one is a paid pattern. It is available on Ribblr and on Etsy as well. And then the next pattern that I wanted to show you guys is actually a brand new pattern that just came out a few days ago from All From Jade, and this is a free pattern that she put on her Instagram, and it's for a little tiny spider. And I've already made 3 of them, although I didn't put the eyes in yet, and so it closed. I just like made the body part and I haven't finished them, but they work up super quickly, and I think I'm gonna make some more in different colors as well. And then the next thing that I have been making for fall are these super cute jack-o'-lanterns, and this is actually a free pattern that I found on Ribblr, and I couldn't believe it was free. I was like, oh my gosh, this is so cool. So I have made 3 of them so far, and I'm planning on making more. They're just super cool, and they work up quicker than I thought it would. So this year I was trying out some new Halloween patterns, and I made this poison apple, and I think this one is super cool. So there's a pattern for a mini and a big size, but they're made with worsted weight yarn, so like acrylic yarn. And so I used the mini pattern for this one, and it turned out fairly big with the plush yarn. So if you did like the large version, it would probably be really big if you'd made it with the plush yarn. And then the pattern has an option where you can do like I did, where you do like a stem and a leaf, but it also has an option, but it also comes with an option where you can make it like a candy apple or like a caramel apple. So it has like the stick that you can put on the top instead of the leaf and the stem. So that's cool. I'm not sure if I'm gonna make one with the stick, just because I feel like it might be harder to tell that it's a stick, where if you just put a leaf, people are gonna know what that is. But I think if it was made with the worsted weight, it would probably show up better as a stick, if that makes any sense. But I like this pattern. I think it's pretty cool. I'm not sure if I'm going to be making any more of them, just because it took a little while longer than I expected it to. So the next thing that I made was a pattern test that I did, and this one is for Jax the Skeleton Pumpkin, and it is just adorable. I love it. This is a paid pattern, but I tested it and the pattern is written really well, and it's just so cute. I don't think I'm going to make another one this year, just because it's such a big item, and I'm not expecting to sell more than one of it this year, but I will probably make it next year for Halloween, because I do really love it. The next thing that I would make for fall are mushrooms. So there's plenty of patterns out there for mushrooms. I think the Mushie boys are really cute. I want to make one of those and make it look like it's a pumpkin. So put like orange on the top for the mushroom part, and then put like a stem on the top. But what I usually make, well, I have them year round, but I think they would be great for fall in particular, are the popping mushrooms. They sell really well for me. They're pretty quick to make, and you can make them in more fall colors. I usually make them in all different colors, but you could do like some more fall colors during fall, and I think that would be really cute. So I believe there's a free YouTube tutorial for them, but at the time when I got the pattern there wasn't, so I bought the pattern on Etsy. So if I can find the free tutorial, I'll link that as well as the PDF on Etsy. And then this item I made last year around fall. I think it was actually closer to Christmas. This was actually a custom order that someone wanted. Someone wanted a fox for their kid, and I didn't have any fox patterns at the time, so I was looking around and I found this one on YouTube. So it is a free pattern on YouTube. I don't think there's a written pattern for it, but I'm not sure. I think I just watched a YouTube video for it, but I really like the person that writes these ones. They write really good patterns, and this is a larger item, and it did take a little longer to make, but I think it was super cute. And this one I actually didn't want to sell, and I don't do customs often, so normally if I make something and I fall in love with it, then I'll just keep it if I don't want to sell it. But this one was a custom, so I had to give it to them. But it's just so cute. I'm not sure if I'm going to make another one this year, because I'm trying to use up the yarn that I have and not buy more, and I'm pretty much out of like that orangish red color that I would use for it. So I probably won't be making one for this fall, but we'll see. The next item is something that I made last year for fall, and this is the Bowie the Bat pattern, and I can't remember who it's by, but as usual it's going to be linked in the description. This was, I believe this was a free pattern on Instagram, and I really like it. It's just a cute little bat. The only thing for me is that I made it in black, and my tables at my markets are black, because I have one specific event that I do often where I have to have black tablecloths for it. Everyone has to have black tablecloths, which isn't usually an issue, except with that, with an all black plushie sitting on a black tablecloth, it really blended in. So it did take a little while for it to sell, but I think if I made it again, I would make it in maybe like purple or gray, a different color where it's not gonna like blend into the table as much. But if you don't have a black table, then that's not gonna be an issue for you. And then the next item is a pattern test that I did, I believe last year. It may have been the year before. This one was for Honey Crochets, and I really love her patterns. This one is the Valentine's, oh, not Valentine's. This is the Vampire Bunny, and it is so cute. It is a large plushie, so it did take longer to make, but I love it. This is one that I do not want to sell because I love it so much, and it did take a while, so I don't think I'm going to make another one this year, but I probably will in the future. It's just adorable, and it's got like a cape on the back and everything, so I really love this one. I would recommend it. I do believe it is a paid pattern, but my opinion is that it is definitely worth buying it. The next thing that I would recommend making for fall are little pumpkin guys. So there's a few different patterns that I've seen, and I've seen patterns by a few different people that have them, but the one that I've used was from Honey Crochets, and I believe this one was a pattern test that I did as well, and I really like it. This one is actually up on my shelf because I want to keep this one. It's so cute. So that one I am keeping. I might make another one next year, but probably not this year again because I'm out of orange yarn. But I believe this one is a paid pattern as well, but it's so cute. I love it. And then the last item I'm going to talk about in this video is the pumpkin turtle. So I have seen a few different people make patterns for this one, but I did a pattern test for this one and I really love it, and I just could not get over how cute it was. I couldn't sell it. So I think I might have made 2 last year. I know I finished the 1, and then I know that I like started 2 more, but I don't know that I finished them. I think that I need to finish them this year because like I said, if you know me and you've seen my videos, I don't like sewing, so if I have to sew on a lot of parts, then I would tend to put it down for a long time and not come back to it. So I think I do have 1 or 2 that I need to finish up. But anyways, it is super cute pattern, and this pattern comes with a the pattern also has an option where you can make a little witch hat for it, which is really cute, which I made the witch hat and I couldn't decide if I wanted to leave it on there, so I didn't sew it on. So I have it where I could put the hat on if I want, or I can take it off. But I think I've seen some free pumpkin turtle patterns on Instagram, so if I find one, I'll probably link that as well. But I do really love this one that I tested, but I believe it is a paid pattern. So that is everything that I wanted to talk about in this video. But like I said, I'm going to do another video later about fall and Halloween patterns that I want to use that I haven't yet. I have been seeing a lot on Instagram that are free, and I've been seeing quite a few on Ribblr. Some of them are free, some of them are paid, and I have a few saved on Etsy that I would like to make, but I don't know that I'm going to buy the patterns just yet. But I wanted to go ahead and share them to give you guys ideas for what you can make for the fall and Halloween season. So since I am looking for some fall and Halloween patterns, let me know in the comments if there's any that you are looking for, like if there's any specific fall or Halloween item that you've been wanting a pattern for and you can't find, and I'll see if I can find one to put in my next video. So make sure you're subscribed so you can see that next video, because I have a list of even more fall patterns. Thanks for watching.